Good afternoon, students. Today we start our next chapter, US hegemony in the world politics. In this chapter, we discuss that what had happened after the disintegration of USSR and the end of Cold War. After the end of Cold War, in the world there was no serious rival of United States of America. Now the world became unipolar. It means that United States of America remained only single power in the world. So in this chapter we discuss that what happened in the world politics after the end of Cold War and what USA did in the world politics. And in this chapter we learn mostly about the incidents which related to United States of America. The end of Cold War left USA without any serious rival. After the end of Cold War in December 1991, now the one superpower, that was USA. A new world order emerged where the USA was the dominant power. Opinionists describe the new world order as a unipolar world. Yes, so many scholars, politicians, they said that now this era is called the unipolar world. In the Cold War era, it was a bipolar world divided between USA and USSR. During the Cold War, the world was divided between the two blocks, Eastern and Western. At that time, the world was divided in bipolar process. With the end of Cold War, only one superpower was left. It was a unipolar world led by United States of America. The US intervention in Gulf, Afghanistan and Iraq has proved its monopolization in world politics. And this monopolization is best termed as the US hegemony in world politics. My dear students, इस चैप्टर के अंदर हम उन घटनाओं का वर्णन करेंगे जिनका सीधा सीधा संबंध संयुक्त राज्य अमेरिका से था, चाहे वो खाड़ी देशों में युद्ध हो, चाहे वो अमेरिका का इराक के ऊपर हमला हो, चाहे वो अफगानिस्तान के ऊपर हमला हो। इस चैप्टर में हम अमेरिका के वर्चस्व के बारे में, उसकी शक्तियों के बारे में, उसके द्वारा किए गए आक्रमणों के बारे में पढ़ेंगे. सो दिस चैप्टर इज रिलेटेड विद द हेगेमोनिक पावर ऑफ यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स ऑफ अमेरिका. First we discuss about the New World Order and Clinton years. So first of all, what do you mean by New World Order? And when Clinton became the president of United States of America, what happened in the world? The era after the end of the Cold War has been described as the period of US dominance or a unipolar world. The era after the end of Cold War has been described. वह युग जो शीत युद्ध के समाप्ति के बाद शुरू हुआ उसको हम यूएस डोमिनेंस या यूनिपोलर वर्ल्ड के नाम से जानते हैं. टू ए ग्रेट एक्सटेंट द यूएस हेगेमोनी बिगेन इन 1991 after Soviet power disappeared from the international scene, and we know that when the 15 big republics they disintegrate from USSR at the time that the end of Cold War. Some aspects of US hegemony emerged after the end of Second World War in 1945. We can say that during the Second World War, when United States of America dropped 2 atomic bombs over Hiroshima and Nagasaki, it was also the symbol of hegemony of the power of United States of America. US President George H.W. Bush hailed the emergence of a new world order after the invasion of Iraq on Kuwait. So, who described the new world order? US President George H.W. Bush. Why? Let us discuss. In August 1990, Iraq disturbed the peace in Gulf region when it attacked and annexed Kuwait. In 1990, who invaded Iraq on when? On Kuwait. The whole international community appealed to Iraq to liberate Kuwait. पूरा अंतर्राष्ट्रीय समुदाय ने अपील किया, किसको किया, इराक को किया कि कुवैत को क्या कर दिया जाए, लिबरेट, आज़ाद कर दिया जाए। बट ऑल डिप्लोमेटिक एफर्ट्स टू फोर्स इराक फेल्ड, परंतु सारे जो अपील थी, जितने भी लोगों ने अपील किया, वो सब असफल सिद्ध हुई। एज अ रिजल्ट द यूनाइटेड नेशंस डब्ड इराक एन एग्रेसर एंड कुवैत हैड टू बी लिबरेटेड बाय फोर्स। देन यूनाइटेड नेशंस ने अप्रूव कर दिया कि अब बाय फोर्स, अब बल के द्वारा ही क्या किया जाएगा, कुवैत को इराक से आज़ाद कराया जाएगा। For UN, it was a dramatic turn around, as it was after years of Cold War deadlock that the UN took a decision on Iraq quite easily. It was the first time after the end of Cold War when United Nations took a decision in easily way. That was the reason that American President George S.W. Bush described it as the evolution of a new world order. A massive coalition force from 34 countries comprising of 6,60,000 troopers invaded on Iraq. 34 देशों की सेनाएं, 6,60,000 सैनिक, जिन्होंने इराक के ऊपर हमला किया एंड डिफीटेड इट, और उसे हरा दिया इन व्हाट केम टू बी नोन एज द फर्स्ट गल्फ वॉर, और इसे ही प्रथम खाड़ी युद्ध के नाम से जाना जाता है। Some politicians and some countries said that it was not the war by the 34 countries, it was the US dominance. Why? It was known as, the UN operation was known as Operation Desert Storm. UN ने इस फर्स्ट गल्फ वॉर को किस नाम से संज्ञा दी, ऑपरेशन डेजर्ट स्टॉर्म। It was totally a US dominant invasion. Why? Yes, this is also an important question of 2 marks, that why the first Gulf War was known as the US dominant invasion, because an American general, Norman Schwarzkopf, led the UN coalition against Iraq. This force was led by an American general named Norman Schwarzkopf, and total force 6,60,000, and 75% of the coalition troops were American. These were the two reasons that people said that it was a US dominant invasion. The first Gulf War revealed the vast technological gap that had opened up between the US military capability and that of other states. प्रथम खाड़ी युद्ध ने ये सिद्ध कर दिया कि अमेरिका जो महाशक्ति है, जो उसकी सैनिक शक्ति है, वो दुनिया के दूसरे हिस्सों से काफ़ी बेहतर है। The first Gulf War is also called computer war. Why it was called computer war? As US used highly publicized smart bombs, क्योंकि US ने इस युद्ध में स्मार्ट बॉम्ब्स का बहुत ज़्यादा प्रयोग किया था। Widespread television coverage of this war made it to a video game war. इसको वीडियो गेम वॉर क्यों कहा गया? क्योंकि इसके जो युद्ध से संबंधित जितने भी टेलीकास्ट थे वो टीवी पर सबसे ज़्यादा हुए थे, इसलिए इसको एक वीडियो गेम वॉर भी कहा गया। Despite winning the first Gulf War, first Gulf War, who was the winner? United States of America. George S.W. Bush lost the US presidential election of 1992 to William Jefferson, Bill Clinton of the Democratic Party. United States of America is the example of biparty system. In United States of America, there are two major political parties. One is Democrats and one is Republican. At present, Donald Trump is from Republican Party, and the former president of United States of America, Barack Obama, belonged to which political party? Democratic political party. So now we discuss that what happened in the world politics when Clinton became the president of United States of America. So the next concept of this chapter is US hegemony during Clinton years. Clinton won the presidential election of 1992 and even won in 1996 and was in power for 8 years. The tenure of the president in United States of America is 4 years. Yes, अमेरिका के अंदर संविधान में ये रिटर्न में है कि कोई भी व्यक्ति 2 बार से ज़्यादा क्या नहीं बन सकता है, मोर देन 2 टाइम्स प्रेसिडेंट वहाँ पर नहीं बन सकता है। हमारे यहाँ पर टेन्योर प्रेसिडेंट का कितने साल का होता है? 5 ईयर्स होता है और कोई लिमिट नहीं होती, लेकिन वहाँ पर प्रेसिडेंट का जो टेन्योर होता है वो 4 ईयर्स का होता है। क्लिंटन वॉज मोर इंक्लाइंड टुवर्ड्स इंटरनल अफेयर्स रादर देन ग्लोबल अफेयर्स। When Clinton became the president of United States of America, he promised to the people that we must look after our internal affair, not external affair. During the Clinton era, US focused on soft matters like change in climate, promotion of democracy, and promotion of world trade rather than hard politics of military power and security. So in Clinton era, the president of United States of America focused that how to promote democracy in the world, how can we fight with the change in the climatic condition, and how can we promote the world trade. This, however, does not mean that US showed softness or weakness. Two important US actions during Clinton era were. But ऐसा नहीं था कि जब क्लिंटन देश के राष्ट्रपति बने, अमेरिका के राष्ट्रपति बने, तो उस समय कोई ऐसा युद्ध नहीं हुआ. दो ऐसे इंसिडेंट हुए, इंपॉर्टेंट इंसिडेंट हुए, जो यूएस हेगेमोनी को उस समय में क्या करते हैं, शो करते हैं. सबसे पहला जो एक्शन था, एक्शन अगेंस्ट यूगोस्लाविया. व्हाट हैपेंड इन यूगोस्लाविया एंड व्हाट यूएस डिड विद यूगोस्लाविया, लेट अस डिस्कस. During Clinton era also, US used military action against Yugoslavia in which year? In 1999. The Albanian population is in Kosovo province of Yugoslavia was being troubled by Yugoslavs forces. Albania जो एक कोसोवो प्रांत के अंदर रहने वाली एक प्रजाति के लोग थे, उन पर यूगोस्लाविया की फोर्स ने क्या कर दिया, हमला कर दिया. Led by US, NATO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization, which was formed in 1949. NATO forces bombarded targets in Yugoslavia for over 2 months. It led to major developments. Which two developments? Downfall of Slobodan Milosevic government. Slobodan Milosevic was the president of Yugoslavia, and the stationing of NATO forces in Kosovo. और कोसोवो के अंदर किसका स्टेशन बन गया, नाटो फोर्सेस का स्टेशन बन गया. सो दिस was the major incident during the Clinton era in Yugoslavia. The second operation and the second incident was called Operation Infinite Reach. The second military action during Clinton era was Operation Infinite Reach. In 1998, a terrorist outfit called Al-Qaeda, Osama bin Laden was the head of Al-Qaeda, bombed US embassies. Embassies क्या होती है, जहाँ पर एम्बेसडर लोग रहते हैं. These embassies in Nairobi, Kenya, and Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. These bombings were based on extreme Islamic ideas. It led to Operation Infinite Reach. A series of cruise missile attacks were launched on Al-Qaeda terrorist targets in Afghanistan and Sudan. It even hit certain civilian areas. In this regard, US did not pay heed to international law or UN sanctions. So what happened during Operation Infinite Reach? It was the second military incident during Clinton era, when a terrorist organization called Al-Qaeda bombed on the US embassies in Nairobi, Kenya, and Dar es Salaam in Tanzania. And these bombings were based on the extreme Islamic ideas. It led to Operation Infinite Reach, when the US dropped the cruise missiles over Sudan and Afghanistan, which were the stations of Al-Qaeda terrorists, and it also hit certain civilian areas also. और जब ऑपरेशन इनफाइनाइट रीच अमेरिका ने लॉन्च किया, तो उस समय ना तो उसने यूएन से कोई सेक्शन लिया और ना ही उसने अंतर्राष्ट्रीय नियमों का क्या किया, पालन किया. सो दीज वर द टू इंसिडेंट्स विच टुक प्लेस ड्यूरिंग द क्लिंटन एरा एंड शो द हेगेमोनिक पावर ऑफ यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स ऑफ अमेरिका. सो माय डियर स्टूडेंट्स, टुडे वी डिस्कस अबाउट द US hegemony, basics of hegemony, and New World Order, and the George W. Bush, the first Gulf War, and after the Clinton era. So in the next video we discuss about the 9/11, a terrorist invasion over WTC, World Trade Center, Pentagon, when the Al-Qaeda attacked over United States of America. This invasion was popularly known as 9/11. We will discuss in the next video. Thank you and have a nice day.